Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of my Williams Road to Glory. You join me for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a personal favourite of mine. I got my first My Team win here. I think I got my first ever F1 win here, back in F1 2017 when it was first released. It might have been 2018. One of my first ones where I was properly heavily invested in the sport and everything. Quick disclaimer before we get into this: for the first 12 laps of 13, I was in a Zoom meeting and I left my audio on OBS, so I don't have audio of the race, so I've had to go back to record the whole thing through replay mode. So, it's not the real proper atmosphere, but that's unfortunate. It happens, If I was paying attention, it wouldn't have happened, but that's my bad. I can't focus properly. You know what? I'm not even going to make excuses, It happens. Technical difficulties. Can't always go perfectly. Anyways, talking of not going perfectly, didn't set a great qualifying lap, with the car's potential. We could be up in, the P15 range. But it happens. We got P18, so still a pretty decent one.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometers and is made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to catastrophic consequences for all of our drivers. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Sainz, Lewis Hamilton and Perez, Bottas, Leclerc, Gasly and Yuki Tsunoda, Russell, Ocon, and Guan Yu Zhou and Stroll, Giovinazzi, Mazepin, Reed and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Jack Aitken. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So then, starting P17 due to someone's penalties, I'm assuming an engine penalty. So that's good for us. Starting further back kind of gives us a good leap into turn 1, because by that time most of the front runners have made it through with their early braking into turn 1. So you can brake normally, get past a couple of cars, So starting from the back isn't always the worst when you know what you're doing. And if you've watched my team, especially for the first 2 seasons, I did like to start at the back. There were times where I was getting 6 or 7 positions because I just had an engine penalty or something. But I was getting 6 or 7 into turn 1. So hopefully it can be another situation like that. But we'll have to see. Anyways, for the replay race, we are to 5 red lights. We are underway for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We move to our left. Nikita Mazepin to our right. We go past him. We go past Giovinazzi and Stroll and our teammate Zhou into turn 1. Up into P13. Gained 4 positions so far. Ocon and Russell ahead of us. We go past Ocon into turn 2. Perfectly done. Perfectly executed there. A little bit of contact with him. He just jolts himself to the left. But that's not a big issue. George Russell up here into turn 3. Could we look for a dive? No, we can't. Yes, we can. Ocon getting his wing involved. Trying to get his car forward. He couldn't do it. But we managed to get past Russell as well, which is very nicely done. Down towards turn 3 then of lap 2, and the safety car has been deployed. Please just allow that insanely bad graphic I've tried to put on the screen. I've tried my best because they don't do that. They don't have that in replay mode, which I would really like for F1 2022 for them to allow, you know, yellow flag, green flag, safety car, all that sort of stuff. But, you know, we're pitting anyways then. Lap 2 for a set of mediums. We're going to pull into the pit. So are quite a few people. Getting some speed into the entrance. Sonoda ahead of us. We go past him in the pit lane. We Sebastian Vettel him. Oh my god. I don't believe that. We've managed to get past Yuki Tsunoda on the pit entrance. And I'm not really sure what's happened there. Pretty decent stop. Obviously don't have the timing on the screen again. Would like that. Out right behind Gasly. A couple of people seem to have been held up, you know. A very few people. A very large amount of people, sorry. Only me, Gasly and Alonso haven't. Safety car coming in. We're going green and we go for a dive on the inside toe on past Gasly and past Alonso. We're up into net P1 or whatever you want to call it. Because Giovinazzi, Zhou and Russell haven't pitted. Somehow we've managed to put Williams in P1. Lap 5. Giovinazzi right ahead of us. We go for a look round the left-hand side. He's not pitting this lap. We're right alongside. And I can just about see Fernando Alonso makes that 3 wide. 3 wide. That is a thumbnail picture and a half. Safety car deployed on lap 6 as well. So many people have dumped. I haven't even realised. That's the only thing is I don't have all the stuff saying that people have DNF'd. So many people have gone out of this race. I don't know what's happened when that happened. But, I don't know. Lap 8, safety car in right alongside Zhou. Green flag. Into turn 1. We're past him. They still haven't pitted. They ran 9 laps on these mediums. I don't know what they're going to pit for. But they just messed up their own lap. I need to stop saying botch. I need a better vocab. Anyways, George Russell into the pits. Alonso right behind us. Right alongside us. Right in front of us now then. Into turn 1 we're ahead. However, on lap 10 at the end of it, Alonso right behind us. He has a look around our left-hand side. Into turn 1, he's ahead. We brake pretty much at the same time. I let off the throttle to let him go ahead to steal the DRS off of him so I can try and get that advantage. Because if he overtook me here, or no, if I battled for P1 just then, I would not be able to keep it because he has the power. He has the DRS. He has the slipstream. He has everything to get it. And we go through turn 3. We are ahead still. Lap 11. Down. On to lap 12. He goes again. Left-hand side. Into turn 1. He locks up. He does a Hamilton. He locks up into turn 1. And sends himself into the runoff. That's unbelievable. We have gameplay footage back now. Into turn, whatever this is, turn 15. Verstappen hits our rear and pushes himself into the wall, holding Bottas, Sainz and him up. And I don't really know what to say. As it stands, the Williams of us has won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It is the most insanely stupid win. I don't deserve to be where I am, but somehow, somewhere, I've been blessed or something. P1.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
I think people had to change their wings in the pits and that just ended everyone's race. Alonso sending himself off, Verstappen sending him into the back of me. I don't understand what's happened, but I've won in a Williams. And I am on 100 AI, so shush.
There's drama around every corner, but they've come through to take a brilliant win here today. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Taking care of the car was absolutely vital today. It's been obvious all weekend that the pace was there, but look at the attrition rate we've had. They would have been very concerned about any minor anomaly towards the latter stages of this Grand Prix.
So here they come now, with Williams leading the way to the podium. A hard-fought victory for the team today, and one I'm sure they'll savour. It's Williams, today's winners.
Oh my god. P1 in a Williams. I've gone where no Williams has gone before. Well, not in a long time at least. There you have it then. P1. We started P17. Yeah, look, Ocon, Latifi, Stroll, 2 stops. Everyone else, you know, like the Mercedes and the Red Bull of, what's his face, Perez and Hamilton, not even on the list. I mean, they DNF'd, I think, but, whoa, P1. There were only, what is that, 12 runners in the end of this. P1 in a Williams, man. Look at the difference in best times. Verstappen should have got past me, and that proves that I haven't, like, got really low eye, because I would also be getting the fastest lap. This is most boxed win. And Nicholas Latifi in the Haas is P6. Oh my god. And Nikita Mazepin is P10. I don't know what's going on anymore, man. I don't understand this. Oh. So I have to apologise again for the inconvenience of not having the race. I really should sort out my OBS so that Zoom doesn't get recorded. So if for whatever reason I'm in a lesson or a webinar or whatever the hell you want to call them, and I'm trying to do a recording, it doesn't record the audio. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Anyways, thank you for watching this one. I don't know how we've managed to do this, but oh, I will see you in the next one. I hope this like brings you in, like brings me in. I want to watch it.